Good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Zachary Nolan. Carter Nolan is behind the camera.
Yes.
And as you can see, we're home. Our flight just landed from Calgary because went from Edmonton to Calgary and then took a flight from Calgary to Winnipeg. Just landed like maybe an hour ago, so we taxied home. And yeah, so wanted to cover this with the actual proper background. And so to all the people that have subscribed to us in the last couple of days, this is what it normally looks like. You saw a
Primitive version.
primitive version. So also, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. We're actually really close to 750. Thank you so much. Anyway, let's get into it. Andrew Copp. So Andrew Copp's name has been floated around trade talks for a couple years now. Why? Because he's always been either on his last year of his RFA deals, or now in this case, the last year of his UFA deal. Now, Copp has a lot of skills, and there have been a lot of teams inquiring about him. Now, some of the teams we know are the Rangers, the Leafs, the Oilers, the Caps, the Bruins, the Lightning, and also, too, apparently the Avalanche are looking for a penalty killer. So, what does that mean for Andrew Copp? Does he fit well into these teams? Yes. Yes, he does. Andrew Copp, as we've said on the channel very often, is a very good utility player, or if he has to be, he can be a placeholder for spots. For example, how he would work on a team like the Lightning, he would be exactly what Blake Coleman has been for the last 2 years, or was for the last 2 years for the Tampa Bay Lightning. That's exactly what you're getting here. It's pretty similar production in terms of point totals. Very good penalty killer. If you're the Leafs, you're probably looking for secondary scoring. Leafs, Bruins, Caps, all looking for secondary scoring. Oilers, seeing a guy who has a very similar play style to Zach Hyman, having him on a line possibly for Draisaitl as well, or if you have to fit him into the third line. Rangers, scoring on the wing, as Copp plays center and wing. There's a lot of things that you can enjoy from that. Honestly, he's just good. He's a hard-working player. He doesn't have as much natural talent as some other guys that play in those roles, so he has to kind of work for everything he gets, and he gets quite a few amount of points. I believe he's very close to having almost 30 points this season, and for the time he's been on the ice, and he has been injured as of recently, he's day-to-day, it's actually decent for his production. He plays special teams. You can use him on a secondary power play for in front of the net, rebounds or deflections, and you can also use him for the penalty kill, like we said. That's kind of like, if you're fans of other teams, that's kind of what you're looking for from Andrew Copp. He also is very good on forward pressure and being able to follow up on a dump and chase play very well. So, Jets fans, what should we take from this? Well, we kind of knew we weren't going to keep Copp, and I believe now, with the last two losses to the two Alberta teams, it's kind of become abundantly clear we're probably not making it to the playoffs. I'm not going to, I've been down that rabbit hole. We're not going to keep revisiting it. If miracles happen, miracles happen. If they don't, you know what? It's fine. Well, it's not fine, but we've established it. What should we expect as a return? A first-round pick, for sure, should be in the return for the Winnipeg Jets. And possibly a prospect as well. And people are talking about, well, why don't we want a name player in return? Because a name player in return is not what you need. The problem with the Winnipeg Jets is that they have youth, but they don't know how to use it. And that's almost a coaching problem, which, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if there is a sit-down discussion between Chevy and Dave Lowry on the future of how the lines are going to be rolled out. But the Jets just need guys to build around a team for the next 3 years, so the next 5 years. Not for the team for the rest of this season. Honestly, the pieces are there of what we're going to keep. We'll probably, we will have an identity of who we want to be for the future by probably the end of this season or by the end of this offseason coming up. There will be a lot of sheds. There'll be some cuts. We'll see how it all plays out. But for Copp, you want a first-round pick, and lest we forget that I believe David Savard went for a first-round pick. Nick Foligno went for a first-round pick. So if you're saying, like, Andrew Copp is better than Nick Foligno. So, like, there's no way you can't get a first and a decent prospect. And maybe sometimes you see secondary picks as well. Maybe you get, like, a fifth in there as well, which doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt the prospect pool to have more picks. Unless your name is apparently Arizona. But other than that, it's fine. Yeah, honestly, like, I expect him to be moved. I'm happy with the work he's done here, but you know what? Like, it was always going to end like this. The amount of times I went to arbitration through RFA was bound to end like this. So, we'll see how this story shakes up, shall we? Thanks for watching. Be sure to leave a like. Comment down below your thoughts on where do you think Andrew Copp will end up. Comment down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. And why, if you want, if you have the time. Subscribe, all that jazz. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Connor, the old Svechnikov for Connor.